Hello there. I'm surprised anyone's awake at this time. It is currently 2:35 a.m. for me. But I've just been grinding Birdman, so I figure might as well stream. Well, I'm glad that you're in areas that has that time. Get to see a different audience, which is cool. Do the thing, Voshi. Do the thing. I'm sorry if this stream is scuffed, but I don't want to put effort in right now. I gotta pin this. There we go. It is now pinned for the future. We need results. We don't need effort. That's all that matters. Also, tell me if my audio is like weird. I have like the music really low because it's 2 a.m. for me. So I can hire the music for y'all if it's pretty quiet. I hope everyone's doing well. This route is insane. I think you can get under 20 if you do this strat. Like if you're fast enough. 17, 18, 19. It'll be close. I think as long as you do this wall boost at the beginning and you hit 2 bunny hops, you probably ought to get a decent time. Hello there. I'm surprised anyone's up, but I guess like I think like 95% of the people who watch my stuff are from the US. So it's nice to see people that are from the US. But if you have if you know what strats you're using, like if you can explain them, I can probably help a bit if something's like annoying for you. There's this strat if you want to go like insane. I didn't even hit it first try, so maybe it's not a good idea. There's like doing that. And that'll get you like a 17. Also, this little wall boost right here will save a decent amount of time. But while grinding this dash, I found a new way to do the end, and so it's more consistent, which I will show. Let me just make this a little more loud. There you go. Music is... It's now as loud for you as it is for me. There you go. The music, that is. I should probably show it from here. If the music's too loud, let me know. This is a quiet song though, so we'll see. Spotify's on like 30%. Okay, so here I've always been doing this strat. And you see what happens right there? How I climb all the time. And that's annoying, right? And it kills the run. So I have to like look left right there, or look more right, and then you can do it. But then it's kind of like inconsistent, right? So the way I do it, thank you, Alice, I appreciate it. The way I do it is, instead of holding W, here you don't have to hold W. See, I'm going up the pipe by just holding it, or A. And so if you think about it, if you just hold A and you're fast enough, if I can actually do it, you can actually get the wall run without holding W, and it will kill that like chance that you fail your run. I was like a god at it literally like 5 minutes ago. There it goes. And now I can't do it, but you literally don't even have to hold W. I find it more consistent because I think whenever you do the wall run super quick like this, you don't go as far off the wall. And so when you don't go as far off the wall, you get more height. Because as you know, the longer you are on a wall, the further down the wall you go, because you kind of wall runs down. And so you always want to get it as fast as possible. So if you immediately like get on the wall, then it's a lot more consistent. So I think you do get more height, but I'm not sure. Also, at the very end of getting on this pipe, if you press control at the very end, you actually lose height. Did you see where I'm landing here? If I press control at like the very end, see how I'm like underneath this line? If you press control at the very beginning, I'm above this line. So you want to press control like not at the end. I've heard people say pressing control at the end is faster, or you go higher. You actually want to press it like in the middle or at the start. You don't want to press it at the end. I don't know if there's just something I don't know about pressing it at the end. Maybe that's the case, but as far as I can tell, I don't see it being faster. Yeah, it's stupid strats that probably I shouldn't even know. But it's good to know whenever you're grinding something like this. It makes it easier. Still, the bane of this dash for me is getting the C boost in the middle right there, and then getting the bunny hop. But that's what I've been doing the past couple hours. Also, Foshi, I was doing some experimentation with the 7 Days to Die server. I backed it up, and I'm trying to see if there's a way that I can copy our profiles, and so we can go to a different map. And I think I found where our profiles are stored. I just don't know if do I have to rename them something else whenever we generate a new map or something? Yeah, this guy. Whenever we first started running this, I theorized that maybe you can get a bunny hop on his head and go somewhere, but it went nowhere. But yeah, since we can move, I'd have to regenerate a new world, but the main thing is we'd have to load up our inventories with all of our valuables, you know? But I made a backup, so say if we do move and do stuff, then we can just restore our backup. I literally just looked up how to move characters, and I found that it's literally your character file is in your game files and app data. And so it's located in the server in a different area, but I can still do it. But since it's on the server, you know, you can't just copy paste profiles. That'd probably be cheating, you know. But I did make it to where you can actually change the look of your character. If you'd lose all your stuff, but now if you want to play on a different profile, you can. So you can have 2 profiles on the server if you, for some reason, want 2 characters. That was just a simple setting to change in the text editor. So that's pretty cool. So someone like Tyria could just drop all of his stuff and then he can have a different looking character if he wanted. Yeah, I want to see him like driving a gyrocopter with that that old man character. Although gyrocopter seems so far away. I feel like the new system is like really difficult. And at some point, I just want to like, I'm debating like, should I just spawn in a bunch of books? I'm at level 8 in vehicles. So at this pace, it would take how many in-game days? It takes 7 days to get to level 8. So times 10 that and then a little bit more. So like 80, 90 in-game days. Which is not fun. I was looking to see if there's like a way to make the magazines or the books or whatever count for more. So like reading a book now gives you like 3 points instead of 1 or something, you know? That would kind of be cool. But I haven't found anything like that. But yeah, this stream will just be the same thing, me grinding Birdman over and over. I don't expect people to really watch this one. I was just playing this, so I figured I might as well stream. Nice to see you. Rare to see you in a stream. Yeah, that boost is a run killer. It's the worst. I like how you're using the YouTube emotes even though the 7TV emotes work. It's funny. I'm too lazy. That's fair. There's no like real emote picker, right? You have to just like look it up and then copy paste. I also don't know why on the chat on the stream there's like a little bar like after your name, which I guess is the wrench icon or something. I don't know why it does that. I don't know if I can disable that. But if anyone actually streams on YouTube, which no one does, I know a way to put the chat on screen now easily, so hit me up if you need good tips. Birdman is pretty relaxing. It doesn't have too many crazy strats, so you can mostly just chill and do it. I don't get like crazy like heart rate either whenever I'm doing a run, just because the run is so short that you don't have time to get nervous. By the time that you get to the end of the dash, like your heart rate's barely still going up. Which I find heading home was the worst for that. Like near the end where you're doing the double wall runs, I was always like super nervous and I'd kill the runs always at the end. By then like the nerves had hit me because it's a minute long. Yeah. Not holding W actually helps a lot with that. Like, you don't feel like you're pressing as much anymore. So I recommend not holding W. But Foshi, if you are gonna be up for a while, after the stream, maybe could experiment with like copying stuff over and having like another map. I'd have to download all the profiles and stuff first, just in case. And we might not get our stuff back, but I can just enable cheats if we really need to on a new map. It's just longer runs in general. Anything past 30 seconds. Even like a 27 second past, like the nerves start hitting me. Yeah, I don't know how long the stream will be. I've been playing for like 2-3 hours, and I usually only play Catalyst up to like 6 hours before I'm like, I should probably take a break just because my hand will not like me. I already, like, every single time I, like, move my... Like, if you put your hand into a fist and you move your fist left and right, I can feel popping every single time I move it left and right. And I don't know if that's supposed to happen. I don't think so. That's probably not good. And it's on both hands. And they both constantly, like, crack and stuff like that. Like I'm cracking my knuckles, but it's not. It's just my wrist. It definitely doesn't sound normal. Yeah, and I sometimes get pain in my wrist, so... Like, literally, if I just, like, move my hand up from the fist, like, if I'm, like, hands on the keyboard and I just move my hand up from the WASD and, like, point my fingers up, it cracks, like, every 10 seconds. It needs, like, a regen time of, like, 10 seconds, and then I pull it back up and it cracks again. I blame all the Oaths and Stepmania that I played when I was younger. I'm not going to chiropractor. They will kill me. I've seen the horror stories of chiropractors. Probably, but I will not go to them. Yeah, definitely. Like, it doesn't hurt often. It only hurts, like, if I use it for a really long time. Like, the day after, I'll get kind of, like... I don't know how to explain it. It just kind of feels like it's... Whatever a headache, how the headache makes you feel like your head's getting bigger and smaller every single time. What is that called? There's a word for it, but I'm just blanking because it's 3 a.m. Like, it's pulsing the next day for a little bit in pain, but only for like 10 minutes and then it goes away. And it's not very like crazy pain, it's just kind of like annoying. It's called a hangover. But I think I blame a lot on how I hold my mouse. Most people have like palm grip or like claw grip, and I heard claw grip is pretty bad for you. But I don't use claw grip. I use fingertip grip, which means I don't hold my mouse like a normal person. I use the fingertips of my hand to like grab my mouse, and so my hand's always like above my mouse. I don't rest my hand. I just lay my fingertips on my mouse. So my hand's always in this like claw position, but like not just 2 of my fingers, like all of them. Just look up fingertip grip and you'll see it. Alright, good luck getting to sleep. Hope you sleep well. Yeah, if you look up fingertip grip, it's because when I was a kid, you know that there's like a tiny Logitech mouse that like everyone had, and it was like $5. Imagine trying to play games on that thing and how small it is, and you have bigger hands, because I have slightly larger than average size hands. To where like, I think I knew someone that's like 6'2", 6'3", and I had the same size hands as them. But like trying to play that, like you'd have to use your fingertips, you know? Because the mouse is so small. And so ever since that, I've always used the same grip. And I don't have a light mouse. I use a G502, which is not super heavy, but it's not the lightest mouse that exists. Like, I'm not going like for super light or anything. It's not like an esports mouse. And I use like my wrist and my hand at the same time. Like or my arm. Like I move my entire wrist and also my arm. Hello, Ellie. When did you start saying this? It's nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm surprised you're awake. It's always nice to see people getting use out of my tutorials. I wish I made more, but I've been thinking actually. You even said it, Poshi, last time I remember. I've been thinking about, since I'm too lazy to like make edited tutorials, I've been thinking about doing something in like a stream format to where I just go through an entire dash and people can ask me questions on it and I just go through from like beginning to end, right? So Birdman, I'd be like wall run here, jump crouch and line up here, hold W while looking at this, turn left and down action jump, like stuff like that. That's kind of like you might see more stuff than like just watching my video on it of me doing it. Like you might learn some small things, but it doesn't require a lot of work. So I can actually get some sort of dash tutorial. I appreciate that. I'm glad that people are getting used out of it, because it took a lot for me to do those, even though it seems like a small thing. I'm just not, and my process of editing is very slow. So it took a lot out of me. Yeah, this start is very insane. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. But like, I could also do like the old strats and stuff like that. I could, if I really wanted to, I could be like, okay, the old strat was this as well. Because in a live stream format, like not having to go back and edit it would be really nice. And the thing is, if someone is like really dedicated to learning a dash, then they could probably watch like an hour-long thing if they really wanted to. But I'd probably want to do like timestamps, I guess, like after the fact. Do we have way too dank? I'm waiting for it to appear on the screen. There's a delay in the on-screen chat, I noticed. We do have way too dank. Nice. There's like a 5-second delay on it, but I'd rather have that chat than the one that I have to enable manually. And we have 7 TV emotes, so I'm happy. I think it's just they don't expect people to have like a I don't know what my delay is. Everyone, play the stream in 2 times speed so you catch up. I don't know why YouTube does that. But this isn't a beat link, this is a time trial. But it is my setup. It always puts these down whenever you do a time trial. And so I made a time trial that's like you just hold S and then you do that. And so that's like my practice time trial, and also it serves as a marker for me to know like where to start. And if you do A or D, if you like tap it like this, you can see she slightly moves. And so you can adjust without having to do this, because this will like overshoot whenever she does the hand over hand thing. But you can like do slight adjustments if you just tap. Nice. No big delay. Also, every single time I stream, there's a new song that is copyrighted. The songs are dropping like flies. The thing is, I record all of these I record every live stream, and so I could upload it to the VODs channel manually if I wanted to, and just delete the ones on here on this channel. But I feel like a lot of people, like a surprising number of people, watch the VODs on this channel, and I feel like they wouldn't if it was on a separate channel. The thing is, there's a lot of songs that I thought were like claim free, but they aren't. Like, even if they don't like really destroy your video, they still like claim it, and it's still like, if you have 30 claimed songs, your whole stream shuts off. Like, once it clicks that there's 30, the whole YouTube's like, nah, you're just playing, you're trying to be Monster Cat, but with music you don't own. But that usually takes around 3 hours before 30 songs are detected. Yeah, it is automatically detected. I'm not sure. I don't keep tabs on it really. Like 4 or 5 streams, I think, are the equivalent of 4 or 5 streams, and each stream is usually like 3-4 hours. I've been doing some grinding off stream. Like I did 2 hours today, at least, probably 3. Also, I think using the word grinding probably is something that got my stream flagged before. I'm not sure. I gotta be careful about my verbiage. And apparently Birdman is like some guy that's famous. And maybe he's not advertiser friendly. I don't think so. The other stream didn't get flagged, thankfully. Even though I said an accidental slur trying to say fast mags. Say fast mags out loud 10 times fast, and you probably understand what I accidentally said. The funny part is I don't use any cuss words, like in real life. And so it was completely just my brain trying to speak too fast. But it came out like super, like, that sounded like what I meant to say, even though it wasn't. Oh yeah, I have the no load screens, like, or the no white fades mod, and I have the tap to restart. and I have an NVMe SSD. You should definitely use mods if you are not. It is a lifesaver. And like back then I was like, oh, I don't need these mods. But then as soon as I started using it, I feel like I can't go back. It's kind of like when you upgrade your monitor. You're like, oh, I don't need to upgrade my monitor. But then you upgrade your monitor and you're like, man, I could never go back to my old monitor. Especially like the hold, disabling the hold to restart will save you dying sometimes. And dying is a really long load screen in comparison to just restarting. So even if you just have only that one, it'll save you a lot of time. No Kurgasek is not allowed in, or is only allowed in all dashes, so I have to have it, or is it the opposite? I don't know. There's some mod that I can't have enabled, so it's off right now. I mean, that's basically what modding in this game is. You just need Frosty Mod Manager. And you just click the mod and click apply. No, on all dashes, that's right. You can't use tap to restart or no eye fades. That's right. You just don't notice that I don't use those mods just because I don't die in all dashes very often, especially in PBs. And I don't restart because that would count as a teleport. Because those mods are not allowed. Which I find kind of redundant, but that's the rules. I know, because my most popular all dashes video is not a legit run because they accepted it, and then a week later they said that it was a bad run and I did a no-no. And they took it off speedrun.com. And so I just redid a new run within like a few days. Yeah, my 2250 was not a valid run, but it became my most popular all dashes video. So I hope that people don't get it from me that you can use those mods, but I've tried to spread the word. What, the in strats? I can show you more. It saves half a second. Do a couple. 3.69 versus, I think the best one you'll find here is like a 4.0. It's just very new and difficult. That old end is not easy, I will say that. I feel like I'm more consistent at the new end to get like a perfect one. The old end is not fun, just because a perfect one will save a lot of time, and a non-perfect one will lose a lot of time. In my current PB, I don't think I get it perfect, so I could have saved a lot more time in my current PB just on the end. What's so bad about buying duck liver? Why are you doing this to me? That's what the name is based on. The lore is literally, it sounded cool, smile. Basically. Yeah. Naming my son Boshot. Nice. It's never the run. I get a good one and it's like, nah, you're not gonna get the C boost. Hey Karmic. Nice to see you. I've looped around until it's early for you. It tasted like the smell of wet clothes that have been sitting around for a week. Isn't that nice? You're gonna be in a chubby emu video. This is what happened to his brain. I think it makes sense. I wonder what Abyssal's been up to. I need to message him. Glitter and pacifier. Have you talked to Abyssal much, Foshi? Definitely eating fancy food. Karmic seems like the only one that talks to him a crazy amount. I like to DM him sometimes just to make sure how he's doing. He's a cool dude. Yeah. Nope, he's doing well. Also, I think my old streams were a better time frame for him. If he did catch a stream. I've been having slightly better sleep schedules, not counting today. That's all we gotta know. As long as he's eating well. Nexus mods. Just Google Nexus mods Mirror's Edge Catalyst. You have to make an account to download mods with the mod manager, but I don't know if you need to do it to download manually, which I think you should download all mods manually. I don't think Frosty links up with Nexus. Whenever I was like 12 and I shaved for like, I don't know, was I 12? I don't know when I shaved for the first time. I shaved my legs and I was like, that feels kind of nice, but it's annoying and I don't want to do it again because it takes too long. I just don't like how it feels afterwards. Like a day later. That's not fun. My shit, or my legs are a fuzzy blanket. They are the fuzzy blanket. I can get behind that. I'm lucky to where I don't have to shave much. I'm not a caveman. I wasn't born Italian. I can grow a decent mustache. Maybe not a beard. Like my going about the day stuff, I always have a mustache and a goatee and a little bit of chin. I kind of like the scraggly look. Not the like on the cheeks, but like mustache and around that area. I think it also helps that I have really long hair, so my hair dwarfs anything that's near it. I've never done out of bounds stuff really in this game. I'm not that far of like going and getting like a VTuber avatar. Although one of the people I watch is basically that. And it's also a blue anime girl, blue-haired anime girl. And they like have a full VTuber avatar and they're just a guy. And I support that. The deepest voice in the world, he's just chilling with his anime girl VTuber avatar. Maybe not a hippie, but imagine Gamers Nexus with a goatee. If you know who that is. I have just a longer Gamers Nexus hair. I'm one to keep like internet stuff and private life stuff really separate. At least I try my best. So I try not to like overshare, but there are people in the community that I would consider like friends even, to where I wouldn't mind if they were in the area. I'd want to go chill with them. Clipped. The only social media I have is Discord and YouTube. But the Discord I use, like my current... I don't have like a throwaway or anything. That's my main Discord. Too lazy to make two Discords, one for online, one for personal stuff. So I just named my personal one my online self. Why did I launch so far left? I'm just lazy. Discord now is a thing where you can like switch profiles easy and I still won't do it. I don't use Facebook or Messenger. I deleted my Facebook in like 2013. Like a year after I made it. All I ever did is post Left 4 Dead source filmmakers that were extremely annoying. And then I pieced. Because I was like 12. Don't give me the loading icon. If you're gonna put the loading icon, you gotta say if the stream is not working or not. You can't just do that. Why does that emote exist? Only to torture me. I find the more I'm checked out of social media, the happier I am. I get my social fill from the Discord now as well, for the most part. I'm not one person to talk to a lot of people. Man, there needs to be like a free cam system that like lets you have like a small view of what you're doing. I want like a drone view of, you know how like they do drone like snowboarding videos and stuff like that? I want a drone view where it follows you and everything of just catalyst tricks. You know how sick that'd be? Seeing her shadow as she C-boosts is very cool. That's a very, very specific question, Boshi. I don't know, probably somewhere colder. I like snow, just not too much of it. So probably somewhere in the middle America. I don't care about living in a super populated area or something. As long as I have internet, I don't mind. As long as the weather is nice. Cheap living. I don't need a lot to be happy. Oh, then don't listen to my advice. My advice is like for someone that's like just done with everything and wanting to live in the woods. Is that why I got a Discord notification? Are you sure this isn't copyright? What was the name of that? This name is in Japanese. I don't have my Japanese keyboard enabled. I have to Google the other part. Oh, I know that artist. Noria. Long version. 5 minutes. Voshi, if you want to message me, like, and get my honest opinion, I can answer in Discord. But I feel like I just dox myself too much on stream. Toxic stream, fuck. That's probably really loud for the stream. 10.0.0.1. Yeah, you got it from the 7 Days to Die server. And my own IP address. The Comcast Classic. It's crazy because, like, I know this is always like a very cliche thing, right? That people say is like, if you imagine, like, it's like not, you don't think that, like, what do I have, like 800 subs? You don't think of that as a lot until you see that number, like, in real life. Like, social media has warped our brains so much. You want some microwave chicken nuggets? Only 3 digits. Yeah, even with 800 people, I'm pretty sure you'd stand out in the crowd. It's not a bad thing, though. So you're saying we should buy a town? Beauchapville. Alright, it was nice to see you in the stream. I hope the rest of your day or night goes well. I think it was during the day for you. Hope to see you again in the future. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye. The studio is very sophisticated. Nice to see you, Silent Cat. It's been a while. This is the type of song that has a normal chart that's 10 stars, and then it has an overchart that's like a million in any rhythm game. The longest or the most difficult song I've ever tried was A Full Moonlight, or whatever it's called, on OS. And it was like Fire Digger's Insane or something like that. The one that I used to try to beat, and it was not fun. I would just try it just to try it, and I'd get like 50% act. I really like fast jumpy maps, but at some point it's kind of like really difficult. But hitting at least one of those jumps, you just feel like a god. Photographer, filmer, and editor for a fully voluntary performing arts group is the studio. Oh, I see. Oh, I hope you have a good time with the rest of your day. And it was nice to see you in the stream. I've already been streaming for an hour. You're the good luck charm. I feel like I do 10 times better when I'm not streaming. And that sounds very sus. But I think it's just the added pressure of doing it on stream. And also like taking some brain power away from my mind palace to be able to speak. Yeah, you do worse. It's like, it's super weird. Just being watched, and so you're like, subconsciously you do worse. Why? Why did it give me this such a weird boost? 1,000 is literal. Nice. I drink a lot of tea, but not the same type of tea. We sweet tea. You have a lot of empty space in your body. I think people have larger organs. If your stomach wasn't stretched, then people wouldn't be able to like eat that much to like maintain their weight at such a tall height. I imagine tall people that have like genetically small stomachs didn't live very long in the caveman era. They had to have large stomachs. I lose around a pound a day if I don't eat. But that's probably if you like snack as well. I have to eat nothing to lose a pound a day. Like I can't even have the slightest thing. A pound is like 0. I don't know. I'm not gonna do math in my head because I'm just gonna embarrass myself. So I'm not gonna try. You should Google it. I know the conversion to pounds. 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. In that way. I don't know if what I said was literally the answer you're looking for. I blanked. My brain hurts. Yeah. To maintain, I think I have to eat 2,200. So I have to eat like a third less amount of food. There's a million runs like that, Rick. It's not a good time right now. We're not on the fun bus. But the new strats are fun at least. That's alright. I was gonna do tests anyway. So it wouldn't have been fully playing. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. Rare to see you in the chat. Although I don't stream on YouTube very often, so that's probably why. Welcome back. Nothing has happened since. That's the one thing I don't like about rhythm games. is that if I ever wanted to do something like stream, you just can't pay attention to the stream while you're doing the map. So unless you're like a god at rhythm games, no one would want to watch you. Because you can't really banter that hard. If people aren't watching for your skill, you can't be a rhythm game creator. Sub-Zero. Fatality. Yeah, the thing is like, back then I consider myself good at Guitar Hero. But now seeing how good everyone is, I am not good at Guitar Hero. You have to be like super insane to be like good enough to where people would want to watch any rhythm game. No, I didn't have any streams open, sadly. You only streamed for a small amount of time. It was like at the very end. No. That would have been slower, but it still would have been a PB. I didn't get the full strat, so I lost like half a second. But it still would have been a pretty decent PB. Everyone's turning into Wesley. If you don't get world record this instant, you're a terrible player. What is your question, Carp? How do you get the boost on Birdman, not the one you do in the beginning? I'd recommend creating a time trial and using it as a setup like I do here. I like look this way and then at the end I turn on the time trial. And it kind of works. As you see, I'm still not very consistent at it. Just the boost is very difficult. But that's the best you're gonna get. I wish I could like set up at a time trial during a dash, but it just takes too long. So I just kind of have to go for it. Also, whenever I was doing the run that I failed a second ago, I didn't do the new strat at the end. So that probably costed me having a decent run. I should probably practice that strat so I don't screw it up. Not doing the... I was holding W still and I don't want to hold W. Yeah, the landing was pain. I feel like it's more consistent if you just hold A. No, mag ropes, the mag glitch only works on pull mags. So mags that pull you, like this one. If you swing on the mag, then it doesn't work. You need to have a pull mag like this, and you need something that you can springboard off of in the same area as the pull. So since this thing is right here, I can't. It has to be something here, which the only thing here is this ledge, and you can't ledge forward mag boost. So it's very specific. I should probably separate it better, but I think having the little red dot in the front helps distinguish it a little bit more. That it's a stream, even if it was a VOD. I stole that. Dr. Disrespect does that, so I stole it from him. Doc, leave. Yeah, that's super nice that it separates stuff. It makes my channel look a lot more clean. Because I would upload shorts and lives and regular videos. Especially like, if you look at my regular videos, like I've had a thumbnail format for a little bit now. I've like just perfected it recently. And then I lost my whole Windows install, so I lost all my fonts, so that's gonna be rough. So I gotta see if I can get everything back to how it was, but I've like settled on a way to do my thumbnails now. And I think it looks pretty clean. I think a lot of the reason that this game doesn't have a lot of mods is like Battlefield is an online game, and that's like the only thing I can really think of that uses Frostbite. It's like super popular. Maybe I'm missing something obvious though. And so you don't see any mods really. Like the engine is very not mod friendly, I think. But I could just be speaking nonsense. But I do wish there was more cool mods. So I wasn't speaking nonsense 100%. Wasn't one of the big people that made Frosty a Mirror's Edge Catalyst player? Of course, I hold W. Why am I holding W? Why are my habits like this? It's because I panic and I do the little... the jumpy thing here. When I should be doing the fast springboard. But it's like too close because I keep on screwing up the bunny hop. I don't get a good enough bunny hop right here. And it slows me down, so I have to like do the little hop over, and then I'm too close. Then I have to do this, and I'm not going as high. Because I don't think you go as high. Like if I land right here, yeah. Versus going here. Yeah, Faith has Heelys. She can go pretty fast. I always want to say Durangler, but it's Derwangler. I don't think I'd ever get that out of my brain. I've never talked to the dude though. So to me, he's the mystical figure that made the grid node video. That the description's like, guy murders other runner with insane bunny hops or something like that. No. I always screw up this strat. That's pretty neat that he's still pretty active. Nice. For both messages. I hope the mods work. I know installing is kind of weird. So when's the alpha version releasing, Media? I honestly don't even know what I'd use it for at the moment. There's a lot of strats that we've like proved are possible just by sheer force of will. Nice. Two weeks. I hope it hits that smoothly. I use live splits, which I cannot give you a way to install it. I'm sure if you ask in my Discord, someone could probably help you. But the only reason I have it is because Balin linked me his, and I copied over like everything. Are there any features? I don't know. That's a big question. Oh, what I was gonna ask. Actually, I was trying a new strat. I don't think I'd need to have any features, but there's one thing I want to know: is can you bunny hop at the same time as you grab a mag? Like every single time I've tried, like you just grab the mag instead of bunny hopping. Like if you try the timing, but if you're holding down the button, can you bunny hop mag and be it like a baby mag boost? If you're like going really fast from a C boost, can you bunny hop mag and like get a little height if you like immediately let go? That'd be pretty sick. So you can have little mag boosts all over the place. That's the thing, I did that, Meteor, and then it didn't work. And then I downloaded Balin's that he had, and it worked. Because he downloaded the same thing, and he's like, mine's not working either. I don't know what's going on. And so when people ask for it, I literally just zip my entire live split and upload it to like a file sharing service and have people download it. That's what I did last time. Yeah, every single time I did that, it just wouldn't do anything. Also, since reinstalling Windows, I have to run it as admin again. I think you've always had to do that, but I guess my Windows, since I reinstalled it, it like lost like its run as admin privilege. Oh yeah, I give people my layout and stuff. The only thing you don't have... Oh, I need to run as admin. If I don't, then it won't work. It just says 0.00 the whole time. But I'm also on an older version of LiveSplit. It asks me every single time to update, and I say no. And then it crashes because I said no to updating it. I just don't want the speedometer to stop working, so I don't want to update anything. And there's no way to disable the update prompt. At least as far as I know. I looked in the settings, I didn't see anything. And animating it. I don't really watch very much things. It would be cool to have like a Discord like movie night as well. I run Frosty as admin. I appreciate the offer though. There's a reason I run Frosty as admin. I forget what it is though. But something didn't work until I ran Frosty as admin. But a Discord, like, a whole Discord movie night would be pretty cool to do. I'm just real bad about watching things. I never watch anything. And I don't like to make promises that I won't keep. But yeah, I literally can't think of anything in the trainer that... I just want to do experiments with it. I don't really care about... I don't think there's any features missing, really. Oh wait, is there a way you can modify... like, to punch, but without having to punch? Can you modify that curve and to where you always do that? I want to be able to, like... actually be on Heelys. That's a tall ass. I just think it was funny if you were able to like modify that, and so you just always have the punching. Yeah, not have it like 0. Or maybe have it 0. I just want to be able to just just launch. That would make it to where like you don't have to test with like punching in mine without having to spam punch. I don't know. It seems like it would be a lot of work for not something that matters very much though. I just thought of it yesterday when I was streaming. That would be kind of cool to be able to do that. So you don't have to like punch or slide or whatever. But if there's like an easy way to just be like click of a button, you don't decelerate anymore. That'd be a cool thing to have, like a check mark. Decelerate? Yes or no? Please circle your answer and give the note back to me. That'd be funny, just like testing it out and just like not being able to stop and just like ice skates. The only way would just be like shifting, I guess. I think the trainer already has that. I think the actual trainer, this is more like a separate thing that they're doing. Unless you're adding it to the actual trainer, but I think it's separate. Just like disable above max speed to or less now. Yes. If that's an easy fix, that'd be pretty cool to be able to mess around with. Like, when you think about it, like whenever you're testing bunny hops, being able to test without having to bunny hop, like you could just set your speed to 20, right? And you can test in an ideal scenario, how far would I get from here to that wall at 20 speed, you know? If you don't have to worry about, you know, the height and the stuff of the bunny hops, you know? Being able to just like have a speed and then slide along the ground at that speed to know how long it would take in an ideal world would be pretty cool. But I don't know, maybe I'm saying stuff that's stupid. I'm basically asking you to do the thing like you do in class where they're like, if friction doesn't exist. But no, I can't think of anything like super serious that would like actually make a big difference in like learning strats and stuff like that. Unfortunately, my brain doesn't know of anything at the moment. But if I think of something cool that would probably be not that bad to implement, I'll let you know. Good luck. I miss CS surfing. I haven't done it forever. One of my favorite maps was Forbidden Ways. That's the only one I can really think of the name, because I played it over and over and over. That's understandable. I appreciate the offer of listening to whatever garbage I spew out, but I just wish you luck in getting it working fully properly. Source is like super moddable though. Source is very... It also helps that Source is extremely old, I guess, but... Back to the grind. It slowly steals your soul. Good luck with your grind. Mine's not going any better. "90-degree angle double wall run?" Where are you doing a double wall run? You mean this one? So there's a special trick to getting that properly. If you look at my no board at the bottom left, you can see my keys. To get it like a perfect speed, I found that the easiest way is pressing control while you're on the wall. And then doing it. So you can see I press control and then jump. And I go faster on the wall. Like you can see my speed as well there. If I do it fast enough, I keep my speed. Like that's a 10. If you do it too slow, you get it a lot slower and you don't get the speed that you want. And I find it just like 10 times difficult, or 10 times more difficult if I don't use control. Yeah, to the right ledge will give you... You don't even need to do the corner wall run. You can just do a jump here and then jump on later, and that'll give you like 8.9 speed. So if you do the corner wall run, you get like 8.09. If you just jump off right here and immediately grab the wall, you get like an 8.9. You gotta jump off a little early though, so you get the little like speed from the jumping off. You can see right before you jump off a ground, you get like a little speed boost. So you want to jump off a little early, so you get that little speed boost. And then grab the wall. Yeah, I hope it helps. I know that the corner wall run is very difficult, and I didn't know how it worked for so long. Only after figuring out, or I think Meteor finding the down action trick and stuff like that, am I able to do this strat now. So if you don't know the down action trick very well, I recommend just going a different way, or learning it. Because it is dumb, otherwise. I was never able to hit it a single time. It was just magic to me. I don't know what kind of stuff Falcon was on. What, the corner wall runs? Because I don't know if I've made a video on the down action trick, have I? There's something I have to make a video about. Yeah. The new trick basically makes it much easier and much faster to get a corner wall run. And it also gives you more distance. When you do a down action before a jump, you have a little... It's almost like a double jump. You like fall down a bit because you press down action and then you jump. So it gives you a little more distance from the falling distance. So that's why I use it here. You can tell I use control right there. Because without it, it's very difficult and almost impossible to get this jump. The distance you get is really needed. But it only really starts to matter once you do these huge boosts. If you're just doing wall boosts, it doesn't matter that much, I think. I think in the end, no one really gets the hang of bunny hops that well. You just kind of grind out a certain spot, you get good at that spot's bunny hops. At least that's how it's been for me. But I hope those videos help, the tutorials I made and stuff like that. I do want to make more, I've just been lazy. It's probably the correct word. But I'm always open to helping if someone needs something. And the Discord's always open if you need any help as well, if you don't feel like asking me directly. There's always people willing to help. And I'll probably answer there myself if you don't want to message me directly. The Catalyst Discord. That's fair. My Discord's basically like a mini Catalyst Discord. Because I only really play Catalyst, so. If you ever need help and people aren't helping you. But my stuff is usually focused on Dash as my server. That's fair. That's how I was with every game before this one that I speedran. Half-Life and the original Mirror's Edge. And Portal. And Half-Life 2 I speedran for a bit just because I like ABHing a lot. That's fair. I have 900 hours in CS. And like 200 in the original Half-Life. Probably like 100 in Portal. So I know what you mean with the Source Engine stuff. It's super fun. And I played like only, I think in total, I played only like 60 comp games in CS with 900 hours. Because I was just surfing the whole time. Surfing is so fun. I really recommend it. I was never into KZ that much. I love the smoothness of surfing. You just feel like you're gliding on like on a cloud. I would never like challenge myself while surfing. I surfed for fun and I knew that I wasn't gonna like go crazy and be like the best at anything. So I just do the same maps over and over that I really found fun. And it's kind of like a de-stress thing for me. It was never about like getting super good. So I'm probably not very good, because you don't get good at things unless you challenge yourself, really. Yeah, I think I was playing a lot of tier 4s. But most of the time I didn't really pay attention to the tiers. I just remembered singular maps. Probably the most fun I have is from maps that aren't very difficult. But if you like Source games, I recommend speedrunning the original Half-Life. That's like the most fun I get out of Source Engine games besides surfing. I know Triads made a tutorial years ago. That's the one I used. I bet there's better resources online now, but that's who I used to watch. TRYEDZ, Triads. The only thing that sucks about the game is there's one part to where there's these enemies that shoot you, and you go through a loading screen and the bullets follow you. And if you get hit by a bullet through a loading screen, it crashes your game. It was like bees. They follow you, like they shoot bees out of their gun. And if the bees hit you after you go through the loading screen, it just crashes. And that would end a lot of my runs. And so I made that like my stopping point. I'd never really finish a run. I'd just go until that point, and then I'd stop afterwards. I just really liked just the movement. I didn't really care about finishing runs. It was just fun. But I said this was going to be a pretty short stream in the title, so nice. Minus 1 second, that's pretty. I'm probably going to end the stream within like the next 10 minutes. 2 hour stream. If you need anything else just explained or anything, you can always message me on the Discord. Or any help for any random strat. That was actually one of my like biggest accomplishments, like when I first started the game. Is I think I made a video on my channel. It's like one of my first videos ever posted to this channel. It's called like I am the top 1%. And it was showing every run that I got at top 1%. So if you get stuck on a top 1%, maybe try checking out that video, since I used a lot of easy strats for getting it. The only one that I found really difficult to get top 1% was feature creep. Oddly, feature creep was terrible getting top 1%. On PC at least. I had to use like speedrun strats to get top 1% on feature creep. Like I had to like look up things and stuff. I remember specifically. Oh, I see. Yeah, I was like not looking at anything, and feature creep was the only one that made me look at something. I think I was like top 2 and I could never get top 1. Feature creep is the one that you go on the big triangle building and you have to like go back and forth on a mag at the very end. Or just on a mag at the very end. The swing mags. Yeah, like just being on the side of the building gives you a boost whenever you jump off randomly. Yeah, that one. I still don't understand how that boost works, to be honest. But it works, and I had to learn it, and it's terrible. I know that it's like, if you're on something and like, there's like a tiny gap, then it works, but I don't know how. Like, I don't know how to get it consistent. Like, at C-Boost, you can get it consistent, like, every time, if you're good and you practice enough. With those, I was never able to get super consistent. Not quitting till I get sub 30. Nice. That's the spirit. Watching some speedrun on like 0.25. I explained mag boost in my launches video. Speaking of, there's a strat about mag boost that I never explain in any of my stuff, and I don't know if any tutorials have it. There's a new thing with mag boosts. It's newer, it's old now, but mag boost can be much faster if you press down action, like as fast as possible, like off the mag boost. So if you grab it and then immediately let go of the mag as fast as possible, that's how you get the really fast launches. You can go from, I think a normal mag boost is like 32 speed. You can go to 40 something speed, which I think it's meters per second. You can see the speed at the bottom left. I think Faith runs at 7.2, so... Yeah, for the fastest boost, you gotta press control, like as early as possible. And you launch. And you can get like 42. I've seen as high as 50 speed, I think, but I'm not remembering. Maybe I'm not remembering correctly. That's like my favorite thing about this game is mag boosts. They're just so fun. Learning how to do the really fast ones. Do I have a time trial on here? Is it this one? In like 50 speed from a corner. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one. So a normal mag boost is like that. And you see I have like 24 speed. But if you let go immediately, see I got 40 speed right there. And if you get it wrong, you still go a little faster, but the 40 speed is what you want. It's super fun, and it's nice to use it in different places. Like I use it in a run to get over here and land. I land on that that railing over there. There you go. It is not doable in feature creep, sadly. What you gotta see, these mags, like if one's attached to the wall, that means it's a pull mag. And so when you get pulled and you land on a wall like this, that's a pull mag. If the mag swings you, then you can't get the boost. Yeah, that's what I was doing when you see both of her hands going up. You don't go faster, I don't think. You go higher. Maybe you go a little faster. I don't know. It feels like you just go higher. I guess you do go faster, yeah. It's like 2 speed. I always thought you went higher. I guess it achieves the same thing in the end. Because you have less of an arc. So at the end you go higher because you have a higher speed. But yeah, I'd recommend learning the really fast mag boost if you want to just have fun. And just hunt for mag boosts around the around the maps and stuff. But you can only really do them on non-swing mags. Like nothing's really possible to do from this one, sadly. But I think that'll be it for my stream because I should probably sleep soon. It's 4 a.m. I said it was going to be short. I think short means half of my usual stream. So that's not bad. It's super fun once you learn them, but until you like get like super good at it, you kind of feels like RNG, but it's not in most cases. Yeah. At first it feels really like RNG and you're like, how is anyone supposed to do any of this? But as you do it more and more, you get more and more consistent. It depends on the boost, but it's really about jump timing. You always get your fastest C boost if you jump as early as possible once you get the speed. If you jump too early though, you get no speed, so you gotta like balance it. But I will play a song and then I will be out. What is it? That's a 5-minute song, or else I would play it. Sidewall Talk's good. Nice. But I appreciate you being here. But I gotta sleep. So I hope the rest of your day or night goes well. Bye bye.